Hey guys, get ready with me for orientation. Honestly, I don't know why I'm even getting ready because we're just going to go and get our schedule, but I don't want people to see me looking bad. Yesterday we did henna and it actually came out pretty good. And there's her henna. Also, we were planning on pulling an all-nighter, so we were trying to think of things to do. And one of those things was hanging up my shoe boxes on my wall. So now my wall is filled with shoe boxes, I guess. Yesterday we walked to McDonald's in 90-degree weather and we almost got kidnapped. So basically we were on the side of the road and this car slowly pulls up to us and he rolls down his window and asked us if we need a ride. And when we said no, he kept pushing it and trying to give us a ride. So we ran into these trees that there's a bunch of trees in the area. So we ran and hid in some trees until he left. Our schedules got leaked a while back, so I already know some of my classes, but I don't know all of them. I think I'm gonna ask my mom to drive, but I feel like she's gonna say no because there's other people in the car. If you see any empty cups in the background, don't mind that. We had Cane's and McDonald's yesterday. And my room is not giving clean girl right now. It's giving dumpster girl. Guys, if my eyebrows look a little dark, it's because yesterday I decided to fill them in with mascara and do all this crazy makeup. After this, I'm probably going back to sleep because we literally are going at the earliest time possible. Because my mom has work, so I'm hoping I don't see anybody I want to see. I meant that I don't want to see. Next weekend or this weekend, there's going to be a back to school haul because I'm going back to school shopping this weekend, I think. But I don't know if all the stuff I ordered from online is going to be here yet, so I might have to wait a little longer to film the video. Shout out to Jasleen for doing my hair. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright guys, I think I'm going to show you guys the shoe boxes in a second because it took longer than expected yesterday. So might as well just show it off. Giselle said it looked like a dumpster, but I think it looks pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think because I can't have my room looking like a dumpster. Alright, I think we're gonna go tan today because I'm looking a little pale. Alright, we're all done with my makeup. Okay, shirts from Hollister if anybody was wondering. And thanks for watching today's Grwm.
Hey y'all, get ready with me, story time. I had this girl literally trying to fight me over a boy that was girl, you can do so much better. You are too pretty to be playing around like this. Come on now. Okay, the girl in the situation's name is Kamaya and the boy, his name is Anthony. Those are fake names because I don't want them to see this. So we gonna be smart today and make some fake names so they don't see this. But let me stop yapping and get into the story time. So basically me, Kamaya, and Anthony basically had our little trio or whatever, and I really shouldn't listen to my For You page when it says trios don't work, because they don't. I'm gonna just get to the good part. Basically, we were out shopping at the mall, and this time it was just me and Kamaya. Anthony was somewhere else. So we just came out of Sephora because that's my babe. She was like, I need to talk to you. And I said, okay, girl, what's up? What happened? Basically, she proceeds to say, she's like, I don't know if I really want to be friends anymore because you've been a little too close with Anthony. Looking at her what? Girl, you know that girl. Girl, please don't start. Don't start. I just got my Sephora. Why are you doing so much? And mind you, this girl literally had a crush on this boy since we were in the 3rd grade. And she told me before, but I kind of just forgot about it because it's been so many years. Then it kind of all made sense. I was like, oh, you're jealous. But really, Anthony and me are like this. Baby, we're best friends. I don't like him. Okay, so then she's like, well, I still don't want to be friends. I don't really care. And I'm like, okay, girl, I'm just gonna go call my mom and get home because you're not fin to disrupt my Sephora haul. Mind you, my mom literally drove us both there, so I kind of felt bad that she wasn't gonna really have a ride. She would have to wait for a ride because you're not hopping in my car since you don't want to be friends anymore. Also, y'all, I have my blanket because it's freezing. Don't mind how bad I look, but anyway. So I start walking away and she's like, wait. I'm like, wait, what? And then she's like, what you trying to do? And I'm like, girl. Meanwhile, she's like a leprechaun to me. So I'm like, I honestly just ignored her because, girl, you're disturbing my shopping day and that's not what I came here to do. So then I keep walking to my car and I drive home. And when I get home, I do my little Sephora haul. And then I tell Anthony all about it because what? Like, girl, why are you doing too much? Why are you doing too much? Then Anthony starts dying out laughing because the whole situation is like a big flunk. Like, girl, he's literally gay. I don't understand why you're doing all that. Then she started posting on her story talking about some big litty. Girl, wrap it up. Anyways, this video is already 3 minutes, so let me know if y'all want a part 2 and stay tuned. God bless. Bye.
Hey guys, get ready with me while I talk about why I no longer talk to my biological dad. Before I start, I just want to say this is not a sad story. This is a good thing, and I probably wouldn't be here today if this was not done. So if you guys didn't see my other video, basically I just talked about how my dad called my school and snitched on me for all these things I didn't actually do. So I ended up getting the most detentions and referrals at the school. So because of that, I was super depressed. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was so sad. Like, I just hated everything. I got my phone taken away. I just literally had nothing. I was 12, by the way. So he noticed that I was acting depressed, which, wow, you're such a good father for noticing that I was sad. Like, love you so much for that. I'm kidding, obviously. But one day he picked me up from school. It was after I served my detention, and then we got home. He brought me to his room, and we like sat like freaking professionally. Like, I don't know what the hell this was. Like, I was literally just got back from school and got back from my mom's house. I didn't notice that I had been acting like more sad. When I tell you, I dreaded going to my dad's house. Like, every other Monday was the worst days of my life because I had to go back to my dad's house. And some people were asking, like, why didn't my mom do anything? Well, first of all, I was so young. Like, I didn't realize that it was like that bad. I just thought that moms were naturally nicer because my stepmom was also super sweet to me. The thing is, if I were to tell my mom everything that was going on, like, and we took it to court or whatever, like, nothing would really get settled because he wasn't doing anything like physically wrong to me. Back to the story, he asked me, why are you so depressed, when I was just sitting in his room with him. I was like, I'm not depressed, like, I'm usually happy. And then I was like, when I'm at my mom's house, I'm usually happy when I'm at my mom's house. And I told him, I was like, actually, I don't know. I just feel a lot happier at my mom's house. And that was like me realizing that. And no joke, he says, get in the car. I said, okay. So I just like got in the car with like whatever I had already, like on like my backpack on my back. Like, I didn't think I had to pack my belongings to go live at my mom's house forever. I didn't think that was the case. The way I'm telling it to you is exactly how it happened. There was no extra conversation. That was it. Unless my 12-year-old brain can't remember, that was exactly what happened. From what I just said, I'm sure you can assume what happened. He just took me to my mom's house, dropped me off, and that was that. Well, there was a slight conversation, and this like actually broke me. Like, I got out of the car and I grabbed my stuff. I was just assuming he was dropping me back off because he was upset at me. And so I was like, okay, bye, I love you. And he said, no, you don't, and tried to shut the trunk while I was still grabbing my stuff. Like, bro almost killed me and killed my soul. Like, bro killed my spirit and almost crushed my skull, bro. Obviously, that's really bad, but what's worse, and this makes me cry just like thinking about it, is when he texted my brother telling my brother he can't come back either. Well, actually, before I go on about that, my brother did have this phase where after I had gotten like kicked out or whatever, I didn't know what was going on. Like, my dad didn't text me anything. I thought I couldn't text my dad. I also had my phone taken away, and he still had it. Keep that in mind. My dad had my phone. My mom bought me the phone though, so that kind of became a problem, but he didn't want me to come back, but he still had my phone, and I still had a lot of stuff at his house. So to let you know, my mom eventually got the phone back, but I never got any of my stuff back. So 5 years later, all my stuff's still at his house. Anyways, after my dad quote unquote kicked me out, my brother hated me, and I didn't know why. And I kept asking him. He wouldn't talk to me. He thought I was like evil. And then eventually my dad kicked him out too, or like texted him like, just don't come back, like blah, 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 whatever. And then my brother finally told me, well, I was like, so why did you hate me so long? And he was like, well, he told us you did something really bad, but I forgot. You forgot? So I literally have no idea what it could be that like makes them hate me so much, because like not even a grandparent will reach out. Like, I feel like that's pretty bizarre. After my brother started liking me again, he told me that they just threw away all of my stuff, like including my freaking money if he didn't steal it for himself, because I had like $300. They're like, I know you're lying, bro. I know you're lying. Like, $300
The craziest part is that the only time he reached out was texting my brother, not even me. Bro can't even work up the courage to text me. He texted my brother and he said that our grandpa died, our dog died, and they moved to a $100 million house. Girl, I know he had money, but I didn't know he had that much money. And we did live in a really nice house, but it was nowhere near $100 million. Like, I know you're lying. And just so you know, I hope this doesn't dox me. Okay, I'm not gonna dox myself, but we lived in the same neighborhood as like a really, really famous YouTuber, not Mr. Beast, a different famous YouTuber. And I would always talk about, oh my gosh, can like I be in one of his videos? Like he does stuff with neighbors a lot. Like, can I please be in one of his videos? And my dad was like, no, like you're never gonna be famous. First of all, go look at my TikTok account. And second of all, when he said he moved to a $100 million house, he sent a YouTube video from that YouTuber and said, it's this one. And the video was called most expensive house in blah, blah, blah. And just for the record, after he kicked me and my brother out, a few years later, he became friends with this YouTuber. Like, friends with him. Like, there is a picture floating on the internet of them two sitting in, like, a Lamborghini together. Like, how petty can you be? Like, the revenge is crazy. So, yeah, hopefully this YouTuber sees this video and sees my last name and recognizes it and realizes who he's friends with. Friends with. I don't think they're bros. I think it was a one-time thing. Like, come on, bro. That's basically the story. The hardest thing for me is actually blaming like my dad himself, because I know he has a lot of mental issues and he like grew up not in a very good childhood and he suffers clearly from narcissism. So like I feel like I just can't really blame him. Like I know deep down that he cares, and that's like what sucks, because I can't just like hate him, you know? Also, it really sucks not being able to see my siblings on his side because we were really close. That's the end of the story. Let me know if you want specific ones from when I lived with him. They're crazy and some of my friends can vouch.
Get rid of me using only Charlotte Tilbury products while I tell you my worst experience with some brand that I collabed with. I already did my skin prep, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Alright, so I'm not going to say their name or what company it was because I don't want to name and shame on this app. But basically this brand DM'd me, I think it was, yeah, they emailed me and they asked me to do a collaboration and they'll send me some shoes. So I was like, yeah, like, I want some free shoes. So they were selling like Jordans and I picked one out. They wanted me to post it on TikTok and promote their Instagram. So I was like, okay, cool. I've selected the items that I wanted, sent them my address, all of that. Everything actually went so smoothly. I received my packages until I open it and I check and I see that the shoe size is wrong. That's number one. Then I'm a bit like confused, so I go back to the email and I check the size that I told them. I told them the right size, but they gave me like one size down. So I was like, cool, maybe like they got a bit confused. I still tried to fit them on and it fit. So, okay, cool, like nothing to worry about. I didn't even tell them that I got the wrong size. Now, I've made the video, everything went smoothly in the video, but then I remember I don't have their TikTok username or the Instagram username. So I go back and email them. They reply really quickly, actually, like 20 minutes. And then I go to look at their account and they've got like no followers. Just went with it, like maybe it's a new company trying to reach out to me to help them with their brand. Like if I had a small brand, I would reach out to big creators to try and boost it, right? Cool, so I don't have a problem. I literally post the video, tag them in it, everything goes smoothly. And a lot of people in the comments are like, is this real? Like, I'm telling them yes, because I've received the shoes, and if it wasn't real, then I wouldn't get the shoes. So a few months go by, like a good 3-4 months. I posted this video in like January. So this girl messaged me and she's quite small. I check her profile. She looks about like 10, 11. She tells me, hey, I saw your video a few months ago talking about like the shoes and stuff. I ordered from them and I never got the shoes. But it gets worse, listen. They took out her money as well, so she can't get a refund. And then, you know, like when they send a big text and then you read and it gets worse and worse. Yeah, so she starts telling me that it was this guy messaging her on Instagram trying to ask her for like pics of her body. And her parents also talked to the guy and her parents blocked the guy from her phone. I was like, what? So then immediately after I see that DM, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, tell your parents I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry for wasting your money. And I'm sorry for also like the stuff that he said to you. So I take down the video. And like, I can't do anything about it because it's my problem. I promoted them. But yeah, that was actually the worst experience I've ever. But yeah, guys, bye.